Timothée Chalamet has finally responded to the rumors about him being a rapper. At the beginning, the story didn't feel like a typical celebrity rumor at all. Everything started quietly and subtly, so much so that even Timothée Chalamet's own fans didn't take it seriously at first. The story began when a relatively unknown rapper named EsDeeKid started releasing tracks that, in terms of voice, tone, and delivery, sounded strangely similar to Timothée Chalamet. Not just similar, some people said it was way too similar. The comparisons first gained traction on TikTok and Reddit. Users placed EsDeeKid's tracks side by side with Timothy's old interviews and voice clips. Some even focused on very small details, like the way he breathes between lines, his pauses, his specific accent, and even the humor hidden in the lyrics. Gradually, a question started to form. What if EsDeeKid was just a stage name? What if Timothée Chalamet, this serious, artistic Hollywood actor, had a secret life in the UK rap scene? The rumor became more serious when EsDeeKid never showed his face clearly. No proper interviews, no clear media presence, not even transparent biographical information. This was exactly what poured fuel on the fire of these theories. People love mysteries like this, especially when a major star like Timothée Chalamet is involved. At the same time, Timothée himself was more visible than ever. His appearances with Kylie Jenner, the premieres of the film Marty Supreme, his bold and unconventional fashion choices, and the general feeling that he was entering a new phase of his artistic life. Everything came together to create the idea that maybe Timothée really was working on a secret music project. What made things even more interesting was that none of the people around him denied the rumor. Not his team, not his publicists, not even media insiders close to him. In the world of social media, this kind of silence usually means there must be something there. Every day, more videos went viral, longer analyses were written, and some fans even started decoding EsDeeKid's lyrics, searching for hidden references to movies, red carpets, and even Timothy's relationship with Kylie. But the turning point came when the story reached mainstream media. During an official interview with the BBC, the question that had been on millions of minds was finally asked directly. The interviewer went straight to the point. Is this rumor that you are EsDeeKid actually true? Timothy's response was exactly what made the rumor explode even more. He didn't laugh, he didn't deny it, and he didn't call it nonsense. Calmly and deliberately, he said, "Everything will be revealed in time." That single sentence was enough. For the internet, this sounded like indirect confirmation. If it wasn't true, why not clearly say no? Why not shut it down immediately like so many past rumors? From that moment on, the story entered a new phase. People started saying Timothée was playing a game, intentionally creating suspense, waiting for the right moment. After that interview, every small move Timothée made was put under a microscope. Every story, every outfit, every public appearance. Some even claimed that the music playing in his videos was chosen deliberately. A feeling emerged that a big puzzle was slowly coming together, and that EsDeeKid was a crucial piece of it.
Everything became even stranger at a moment no one expected. Just when the rumors had reached their peak, when seeing Timothée Chalamet's name next to EsDeeKid's had become completely normal on social media, a song was released. Not a tweet, not an official denial, but a full music video. The release of this track completely changed the equation. It was exactly what no one expected, yet at the same time what everyone had been waiting for: an official collaboration with a clear name, visuals, sound, lyrics, and most importantly, a message that seemed to speak directly to the rumors. EsDeeKid, who until then had been nothing more than a mysterious name, suddenly returned with a serious project, a song that wasn't just notable musically, but narratively filled with signs and clues. And right there, many people said, wait, is this the exact moment Timothée meant when he said everything would be revealed in time? What's interesting is that the song didn't feel rushed at all. It didn't look like an emotional reaction or an attempt to shut down controversy. On the contrary, everything felt carefully planned, as if this project had been ready for a long time, simply waiting for the right moment. The moment when the rumors were big enough, the audience's mind was prepared, and then, boom. From the very first seconds, the music video sets a heavy tone. The lighting, the framing, the colors, everything carries a dual feeling. Not completely dark, not completely bright, exactly like the situation itself. Even more interesting is the way Timothée Chalamet appears in the project. His presence isn't hidden, but it isn't exaggerated either. He doesn't try to disappear, and he doesn't try to shock. It's calm, controlled, but impossible to ignore. That's when many people said for the first time, so this was never about Timothée being EsDeeKid. This story is something else. The release of the song effectively put an end to a large part of the speculation, because when someone truly wants to hide something, they usually stay silent. But here, silence turned into sound, sound turned into image, and image turned into an answer. What's even more striking is that Timothée Chalamet offered no direct explanation afterward. No new interviews, no long stories, no extra statements. It was as if the song and the music video were meant to speak for themselves. And that silence after the release made the impact even stronger. The audience was forced to think, analyze, rewind, and look for details on their own. Many people called this the smartest possible response. No fighting with the media, no emotional denials, no playing the victim. Just an artistic project released at exactly the right time. A project that both closed the door on the rumors and revealed a new side of Timothée, one we hadn't seen much before. Within hours of its release, the video began to go viral, not just among music fans, but among film lovers, Timothée's fans, and even people who had never heard the name EsDeeKid before. Everyone wanted to know, what is this song really saying? Why was it released now? And most importantly, what story is hidden behind it? And this is where we enter a more sensitive part of the story, because this song isn't just a simple response to rumors. Inside it are clues that go straight into Timothée's personal life, his relationships, media pressure, and things celebrities usually prefer not to talk about. And now the main questions are, what is the song actually saying? Where does it reference Kylie Jenner? And why is the name Marty Supreme brought into the story?
Now it's time to get to the most important part of the story, the rap lyrics themselves. This is where everyone is searching for clues. Clues about Kylie Jenner, clues about Marty Supreme, and clues about how deliberately Timothée Chalamet has been playing with this rumor. First of all, what immediately stands out in the very first seconds of the track is the overall tone. This rap is nothing like playful or showy rap tracks. On the contrary, it's cold, controlled, and carefully measured. Exactly the same persona people recognize from Timothée Chalamet's interviews. Quiet, mysterious, and always one step ahead of the media. In the opening section, EsDeeKid repeatedly refers to the idea that everyone thinks I'm just a role, or everyone's trying to figure out who's behind the mask. This is precisely the point where many listeners realize this isn't just a simple rap. It's a direct response to months of speculation. Rumors that claimed Timothée had created a secret identity so he could enter the music world without being judged as an actor. The more interesting part comes where Kylie Jenner's name is never mentioned directly, yet the signs are unmistakable. In one line, there's a reference to a woman whose every move is watched by the world, and whose name is a headline, not just a real name. This description perfectly matches the way Kylie has been portrayed for years, someone who has become a brand, not just a private individual. Then comes a line that caused a lot of noise. EsDeeKid says, "My love is an empire, not a tabloid rumor." Many people immediately connected this to Timothée and Kylie's relationship, a relationship that has been under constant scrutiny from the beginning, from their different creative worlds to their contrasting lifestyles. This line seems to say that what they have is far bigger than public gossip. Elsewhere in the song, there's a reference to red carpets and outfits that speak together. Many fans linked this to Timothée and Kylie's joint appearance in matching orange outfits at the Marty Supreme premiere, a moment that was clearly planned, and one that, on that very night, completely shut down breakup rumors. The most important reference to Marty Supreme appears in the final section of the track, where EsDeeKid talks about ping-ponging between role and reality.
For film fans, this line is instantly familiar, because Marty Supreme is exactly the kind of film that plays with the boundary between a character and the actor himself. Many believe this line shows that Timothée is fully aware that people are no longer just watching his films. They're following his personal life as if it were a movie. There's another subtle detail as well. Throughout the song, there are repeated references to timing and patience. Lines like, "Wait, everything comes in its time." This directly echoes the exact phrase Timothée used in his famous interview when he was asked whether he was EsDeeKid. At the time, he said everything would be revealed in due time. Now, with the release of this track, it feels like that promise has been fulfilled. Even the music video itself feels completely intentional. Low lighting, enclosed locations, and the sense that we're only seeing part of a larger story. Many people said this perfectly matches the kind of roles Timothée is drawn to, roles that aren't fully explained and require the audience to interpret them. This is also what many people never understood about his relationship with Kylie, why Timothée, with his very specific artistic image, would step into the Kardashian world. But this song, without any direct explanation, makes it clear that he chose this path himself, and he isn't running from it. In the end, what makes this rap important isn't just exposing things or responding to rumors. More than anything, it shows that Timothée Chalamet has taken full control of the narrative. First, he stayed silent, then he created ambiguity, and finally, he wrapped everything up with an artistic project. Not with an Instagram post, not with an emotional interview, but with music. Music layered with meaning, where every listen offers a new interpretation. And now the main question remains. Is this the end of the story? Or is EsDeeKid just the beginning of something bigger? Is this the last time Timothée takes such an unexpected path? Or is he about to surprise us again?